Switch gears to politics as a jostle for nomination slots ahead of the 2017 general election. Political aspirants are tonight planning a response to the proposals to limit their campaign funding and expenditure. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission released a raft of regulations that would even require an aspirant to issue a receipt to anyone who contributes more than 20,000 Kenya shillings for campaigns. KTN's Moremi Mwangi has the details.
With time flying fast to the August 2017 general election and various aspirants warming up for what is promising to be the country's most hotly contested poll, the IEBC has introduced a raft of recommendations which, if implemented, may cut short the ritual of rampant and unbridled spending among the political class during the campaign period, courtesy of the Electoral Campaign Financing Regulations 2016, which now awaits Parliament debate and adoption by August this year.
It allows people people who are new entrant in the political competition to be able to compete on an equal footing, not to feel disadvantaged by those who are more resourced. So, in terms of importance, this is one of a very big step that as a country, Kenya, we are doing in leveling the playing field.
Even though the regulations have not stipulated the spending limit, any campaign expenditure exceeding 5 million shillings will attract an independent audit. But the IEBC has tasked Parliament to draft the specific spending limits for the 6 elective positions, taking into consideration the geographical, technological and logistical dynamics of the individual constituencies, a directive which has already gotten tongues wagging in Parliament.
It is not practical because it would be difficult to monitor it. Remember that campaigns begin so early that those who have so far been campaigning.
I may not be in a position to tell how much now IEBC should state as the money that I should have, but you should know that a constituency seat is different from a county seat, and also an MCA seat is different from all the other seats.
The most important thing for me is the source of the financing, not how much you spend, because the source of financing can also have some influence in the subsequent position that you win.
Should Parliament adopt the regulations, all aspirants will be required to issue payment receipts to sponsors who donate more than 20,000 shillings to their campaigns. Aspirants have been barred from accepting donations from non-citizens, while any candidate that accepts funding from foreigners and civil society groups run the risk of disqualification.
The aggrieved party will lodge a complaint. The person who has been involved or accused of being involved will be accorded a hearing, and within 14 days of the hearing, then a determination will be made.
Your expenses should be tracked to show what and for what purpose and how and where and to whom you give financial incentives. That way, we are going to curb corruption in the electoral process.
I think it's important for us to go to a level where our politics are defined not by how much money you spend, not by how much money you give, not by how much or how deep your pockets are, but it should be determined by how much ideas you have.
Now, the new regulations provide a framework to reform the campaign, nomination and election process, and should Parliament adopt the recommendations, then the daunting task to enforce the regulations falls back on the IEBC. Moremi Mwangi, KTN News in Nairobi.